All right, Mob, welcome back to the Cream of the Crop 4th and 31 podcast, your one-stop shop for all things college and SEC football. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, hit that bell so you'd never miss a minute. I'm your host, part of the Killer Bees broadcasting team, the Chad Bullock. Tonight, we have the man, the myth, the legend, and the coach, Bo, and the man who would pull for Ohio State before he pulls for St. Paul Saints, Brant Feinbaum. And Mob, we're going to be finishing our SEC comparison schedules tonight. We got the last four teams on the docket. We got Arkansas versus Mississippi State, Tennessee versus Missouri. And later, after we do this, Bo's going to have him a little segment that he just begged and pleaded to have. So I got tired of hearing him cry. So I was like, fine, man, whatever. But he's got a great segment for us later.
Chad, don't lie to the people like that. The talent spoke and you listened.
Pretty much. That's how it goes. Yeah, I had to make myself look good. So, all right, boys, let's get started. Arkansas, Mississippi State. We'll start with the Hogs. They start off with North Alabama, which is probably a win. I would hope so.
Okay, let me throw this out there. Chad, I don't know if you know this. North Alabama. Do you know who the head coach of North Alabama is?
I feel like I should. Who is it?
I'll give you a hint. He's got a tie to the sweatshirt you're wearing.
Oh, does he? Okay. That's great. So let's not make me look like an idiot. So just tell us who it is.
Coach Dearman's son, Brent, his youngest son, is the head coach at UNA.
Okay. So the former Davidson legend, like two of us were, me and Bo. Brant went somewhere else. We won't talk about that. But anyway, go Warriors. But I think Northern Alabama, I think that's a win. Brant?
I would agree.
All right. Now, this next game, this is an interesting game. They go to Utah. Now, this is one of those games that if you lose, you may start on a slide, but if you win it on the road against a decent, Utah's a good program. You may could build, maybe not the third game. You're not winning the third game, but that may give you some confidence in some of these lesser teams than Georgia that you're going to face down the road. So, Bo, you think the Hogs can win in Utah?
Interesting thing, Rice Eccles, amazing home field advantage. At least for the Hogs, they're playing early in the season. It can get really cold up there. That weather can get pretty downright sporty up in Utah there late in the season. Interesting fact here, you have two new head coaches basically taking over two teams who have headed in opposite directions over the course of the last 4 or 5 seasons. But I got to lean Utah in this one because they're at home. Roster may be in a little bit better shape because we've talked on previous shows about the number of talented players that are leaving Arkansas, but you never know. A good portal class, the right coach, Arkansas could easily go in there and win, but I'll lean Utah.
All right, Brant, what you think on this way too early prediction?
Give me the Hogs in that game. I think Kyle Whittingham leaving is going to put a big dent in that organization, that program. Being there for so long, I think coming to the ins and outs, and it's pretty difficult to just bring somebody in that can do that stuff just like he did. And maybe they'll get lucky, maybe they'll find their guy that builds their program, but I think the Hogs go into Utah and take it.
Yeah, and to quote Lee Corso towards Coach Bo, not so fast, midget. I'm taking the Hogs at Utah. I think they start off 2-0. All right, next game, they're not winning. They got Georgia. Bo, you agree?
Oh yeah, that's just skip that. That's a loss. Go to Tulsa. That should be a win. But interestingly, if they could beat North Alabama, if they can find a way to go to Utah, like you guys are pretty convinced that they can, and I'm not saying they can't. They just lost a lot of firepower, lost the quarterback. It's just kind of a tough road proposition there. But shoot, they win that Tulsa game. Now they're 3-1. Now they just got to find 3 wins on the schedule to get that bonus game to get those extra 10 practices.
Yeah, and I'm picking them because I'm an SEC homer. I don't care. All right, okay. At A&M.
Loss.
Brant. Okay, Brant.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. So I'm guessing, okay, so all three of us say loss. You come home, you get Tennessee. I don't think that's going to get much better. I figure they're going to lose against Tennessee. Bo?
Now hold on, is the A&M game? It says at A&M,
Okay,
but they used to
Brant?
play that
Probably a
game.
close first
sorry,
quarter game,
sorry.
and then probably close first quarter game, and then Tennessee kind of pulls away.
Okay. You froze
Oh,
up, Bo, that was my fault.
yeah, guys, I'm sorry. I was just asking a question. I didn't know if the A&M game is if it's on campus there in College Station or they're playing at Jerry World, because they played that game at Jerry World a number of times. I don't know if
I'm
they
think
still do that or not.
I'm thinking it's in Jerry World.
Okay, because it says at Texas A&M, but it doesn't. That just simply could mean that Texas A&M's the home team, and
It
that they could be
I
playing.
believe
I don't know.
I believe that's correct. Alright, so alright, we got them lost at ATM, lost at Tennessee or lost when they come home to Tennessee, boys? Both?
Yeah,
Alright, Brant?
I think that's a loss.
Yep, it's a loss.
Okay. Alright. At Vanderbilt, this is one they could win. That would get you to 4 that would get you to 4 wins. Bo?
Yeah, let me jumble these 4 games. So let's go with you guys. Yeah, y'all feel pretty good about them beating Utah. We agree on the other 2. So let's say they have 3 wins there.
Yeah.
Then you've got to win 3 out of your last 4. You got to beat beat Vanderbilt, at Vanderbilt, Missouri,
Yeah.
at Auburn, South Carolina. Those are based on the teams from this past year. Those are they got a good shot in those games. But I can tell you those teams are going to have a lot more firepower than Arkansas is going to have. I think Vanderbilt would be in order. I think Vanderbilt would be the best shot to win. I would say Auburn would be number 2, South Carolina 3, and then Missouri 4 with
Yeah,
a chance to win.
yeah, I think best case scenario, Arkansas puts it all together, has a good year, 6-6, probably
6
their
and 6.
ceiling.
6 and
Yeah.
6.
Brant?
I mean, 6-6 would be a hell of a step up from them. So, I mean, I think that's a great way to kind of get your program in the right place. I mean, if they go 6-6, I'll be mighty impressed with Arkansas.
Yeah,
And
I think so.
and let me say something about Scott. Was it Ryan Silverfield? I know his last name's Silverfield, the head coach. When he was at Memphis, when he had his quarterback, he had a quarterback there for 4 years. And when he had his quarterback in place, they were pretty sporty on offense. I mean, they scored points, and they played some teams in the SEC. They played some ACC teams. I mean, they played some bigger teams. They played some better teams in some bowl games, and they scored a lot of points. So if he can find the right guy to run his systems, they may be able to run that 6-6 and get the program going in the right direction. But last year he didn't, and Memphis was clearly a notch below what they had been. So I think Arkansas could be one of the more interesting teams this year, just from a what are they going to look like perspective.
Yeah, and honestly, if they win 4 games, they've doubled their win total from last year.
Yeah,
So
hey, if they win, if they can somehow win 2 conference games, okay, win those 2 non-conference games we talked about, and they can play those other games and just not get taken behind the woodshed, I think that's big time improvement for Arkansas.
Yep. All right, we'll move to the Bulldogs of Mississippi State. Start off with Louisiana Monroe. I mean, I think that's a that's a win. I don't see them losing to Louisiana Monroe a la Alabama. Bo?
No, Brian Vincent, former Spanish Fork coach, and South Alabama offensive coordinator, head coach at ULM, but no, not
Right.
going to do it, Brian. Sorry.
Brant?
Yeah,
That's a win.
Let's take the Bulldogs.
All right. Oh, and then all right. Now Mississippi State has a very interesting road game. Now, several years ago, that would have been at the inside a dome. That would have been a nice, cool little matchup, but they don't play there anymore. At Minnesota, because I'm an SEC homer, I'm taking Mississippi State. Brant, what do you think?
Strangely enough, I mean, I'm going to take Mississippi State, but I think those 2 logos going against each other would look nice for some reason. I don't know, something about that M with the state going across it, and that Minnesota W, I think would look pretty good. But yeah, I'll take Start Vegas to get it done.
All right, Bo.
Yeah, I like Mississippi State in that one, especially if they're playing early on. Weather shouldn't be a factor. You're looking at two teams. This could be a crucial game to deciding bowl eligibility.
Yeah. Yep.
Minnesota 7-5 last year, very middling team. They're not going to outclass Mississippi State. They're not. I think these teams are going to be very, very similar. especially along the lines of scrimmage. But I do give Mississippi State a huge edge at quarterback. That I cannot remember. Brant, you're the Mississippi State fan. What was that? What was the young guy's name that they brought in the last 4 games? The freshman.
Yeah,
He was
shoot, I don't know.
he's the highest quarterback recruit in the history of Mississippi State football. And he got hurt in the bowl game, but I mean, I think it was. I mean, he's rehabbing. He should be good to go. But they'll be far better at quarterback. They should be better at the skill positions. Give me Mississippi State in a pretty hard fought, fairly low scoring game. Remember last year they took Arizona State out at home.
Mario Taylor.
That's it, Mario Taylor, and Arizona State's got a much better roster than Minnesota. So,
Yes.
but that was last year, and they were home. So, but still, I'll take Mississippi State.
All right. And to round out the non-conference schedule this early in the season, this is I mean, if you're looking for 6 wins on the schedule, you have to win at South Carolina. I mean, it's a winnable game. Can they do it? Brant, what do you think?
Definitely think it'll be close. I don't. Is it in? It's in South Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That might be a little too much. I mean, hopefully if they lose that, they can steal another one. But I think the bad thing about, and this has kind of happened to Mississippi State the last couple of years, man. They lose one of those early games, and it kind of just starts spiraling out of control. And I don't want that to happen to them. Obviously, y'all know I'm a closet Mississippi State fan, but I mean, I think Mississippi State has the right idea of what they need to be and what they need to do to win. I think it's just about putting it in practice. And I think this would be a really good test to figure that out, kind of see if the experiments are going to work. Because, I mean, first of all, just going into South Carolina is a very, very difficult place to play. But also having to go in there and kind of put your back against the wall and beat them out of it. I don't know. That might be a tough one. I'll take South Carolina in that game. I don't see how Mississippi State can just go in there and beat up on the Gamecocks.
All right. So, and now they get into they have a murder's row here with you got Missouri and Alabama at home. It's going to be tough for them to win them 2 games. Missouri, Alabama in
Yeah.
Starkville.
Well, what I was going to say is those first 4 games are vitally important. They, at a minimum, need to go 2-2. Probably 3-1 in those first 4, because then you got Bama, LSU, Oklahoma, Texas. Loss. Okay. Then you get Vandy at home. But after playing those 4 games like that, they may be all smashed up at that point. I mean, who knows?
Could be.
But I'm telling you, those first 4 games are crucial to their season. To Brant's point, win one of those big early season games and build some momentum. They had their opportunity last year when they beat Arizona State, and then I think the next week they lost to Tennessee in overtime.
Yeah, barely.
That was the game right there. If they win that game, it's a different season. I'm telling you, those things have a big effect. They have a spiraling effect one way or the other. And then they lost another close game. Who was it, Brant? They lost another one right after. It was Texas.
Yeah.
Texas.
It was
They had a
Texas.
huge lead on Texas.
Yeah.
They had a huge lead on Texas at home. I want to say they were up by 21 points or 17 points or 21, 24 something.
Yeah.
And then Texas
going into the last quarter.
Yeah, Texas basically came back in the 4th quarter and beat them. And then at that point, then they just, they did what they did. But those first 4 were vitally important.
Yeah. All right, Brant, that 4-game run, Bama, LSU, Oklahoma at Texas.
Man, I don't know. Honestly, I think out of the past 5, I really think the only team they have a chance at, besides South Carolina, was didn't y'all say they played Missouri?
Yeah.
I mean, that might be your best bet after that, because I don't think you're beating any of those next 4.
Yeah, they get Missouri at home at least.
Yeah, I think that's your best bet. And I mean, who knows though? I mean, y'all know how it goes with football and basketball and baseball, man. Any given day, and maybe they come out there, maybe they beat up on South Carolina and Williams-Brice, and they get a little bit of confidence under them, and they become hard to stop. I mean, teams have done that in the past. I mean, teams that we didn't expect. I mean, I think when Ohio State won the Natty last year, what were they started the season, like 13 or something like that? I mean, You gotta be wary because especially with the NIL and transfer portal and new coaches coming in left and right. I mean, there's plenty of teams that might catch fire that you don't expect.
Yeah, which is why this segment is so,
Mm,
crazy. I mean, we don't know, but it's fun to speculate this early, and then, in 6 months we'll look at how dumb our predictions were, which will be
yeah,
fun.
exactly.
All right, so we'll go to the last four. You got home games against Vanderbilt, Auburn, Tennessee Tech. Then you have the Egg Bowl at Ole Miss. Bo, what you got?
I think they can get Vanderbilt this year, especially at home. They always that Auburn game is always usually a really good game. I'll go 50-50 because remember, Auburn had a huge turnover in their roster. There's a lot of unknown there. I'll go 50-50 on that one. Tennessee Tech's a loss, and at Ole Miss is probably a loss.
Tennessee Tech is a loss.
I mean, did I say loss? Tennessee Tech's
Yeah.
a win, and then
Okay.
I'm sorry, Tennessee Tech's a win, and then at Ole Miss probably a loss, most likely a
I was
loss.
about to say if they lose to Tennessee Tech, they're 1-11.
Yeah,
All right,
that's
Brant,
yeah.
what
Yeah,
you got?
I think they go 3-1 in that stretch. I just think going to Ole Miss is, but who knows? I mean, they don't have Lane anymore. They got a more defensive minded coach. Mississippi State and Ole Miss, the Egg Bowl's a big deal over there. I mean, maybe they can, kind of scrounge up a couple of things, get a good win there. I mean, if they beat Ole Miss, I mean, going into the offseason, because they'll get a bowl game if I'm sure at that point. I mean, that would be huge for Mississippi State, especially going into recruiting and transfer portal for the next season. That's what I kind of want to, highlight with these teams that if you go to Arkansas, or you're an Arkansas fan, it's not likely for you to expect them to go to the national championship. Okay, programs that have to focus on building something. And I think that's what Mississippi State and Arkansas are trying to do. But I think Mississippi State's done a really, really good job the last couple of years of kind of perfecting the formula they want to build on. And I think you're going to really see it put into practice these next couple of years.
Yeah, and hey,
Yeah.
Brant, to your point, just talking about building, and there's no better way to build than with bowl games. Now, this is the one way that I think bowl games are really important. You get the 10 extra practices. You can get the early enrollees in. You can go ahead and get the guys out of there that want to transfer out. You can go ahead and get some young guys in. You can also do some evaluating of some younger players, put them in some different roles, have them practice different. And I think that's really what and just in my opinion, and I guess I see a lot of things through coach's eyes, not through a fan's eyes, that I think that's what bowl season is most valuable for now, is to be able to go ahead and start
Yeah.
evaluating that roster for next year.
Yeah. And before we get our pick on what schedule we like, any Arkansas or Mississippi State fan in the comments, let us know what your best case scenario would be with these schedules that you think, and I don't care if you think 8-4. I mean, you never know, but let us know in the comments. What do you think Arkansas, Mississippi State's best case scenario would be? All right, Bo, which of these two would the schedule do you prefer?
Oh man, I already closed out Arkansas's, but I'm still looking at Mississippi State's, and I still can't get over that gauntlet there. Bama, LSU, Oklahoma, Texas, Vanderbilt. I mean, that's still not going to be easy. They're going to be well coached and disciplined, ready to play. Auburn, that's always a good game, and then of course Ole Miss. Um, what was the toughest stretch there on Arkansas? I'm sorry.
They had at A&M versus Tennessee, at Vandy, and then you had
Yeah,
Missouri, at Auburn, South Carolina.
give me
So I think that
Arkansas schedule.
all right,
Give me
Brant.
Arkansas schedule.
I'll take Mississippi State schedule just because I think that they've kind of been putting a formula into place the last couple of years, and I'm very interested to see how it plays out during the season. And I think Mississippi State's going to have a better season than most people think. But y'all know, I mean, especially Bo, I know you like we want to talk about the SEC conference and everything like that. I mean, there's a couple of those games Mississippi State should be able to steal. Being able to almost steal Tennessee, being able to almost steal Texas. Mississippi State, I think, has the right idea in mind, and I think they're going to really, really, really take a foot forward. I mean, they're not going to be top 3 in the conference or anything, but they'll look a lot better than they have been.
Well, think about this too, and they only went 5-7 last year, but they still got into a bowl game. There was a number of teams that said they didn't want to play, but they went. They got those extra 10 games. That freshman phenom quarterback they had got those extra practices. They were able to bring other guys in, so maybe that might be the springboard they need to get them to that 7 wins, maybe potentially 8. I don't know. Look, the one thing I know about college football now is expect the unexpected. I mean, Penn State went 6-6, Clemson went 7-5. Hell, they were picked to win their conferences and play for the national championship. So expect the unexpected.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, in that case, Mississippi State goes 8-4. All right. To our next two teams, Tennessee and Missouri. All right, we'll start off with Tennessee.
Tennessee 0-12. Next.
All right, on to Missouri. No. All right, Tennessee. I think their first 3 games, they got Furman at home, at Georgia Tech, come back home to play Kennesaw State. I say 3-0. Brant, I'll let you go first this time. What you got?
I would agree. Before we get down on the greenness of their schedule, have they figured out their quarterback situation?
McIntyre. I think it's
Okay.
George McIntyre, I think is his name.
Okay. That's just going to play a huge part in kind of what I think in the
future. Yeah, he's a highly touted guy, has no reps, but he's supposed to be pretty legit. But I obviously
I'll still take 3-0. I'll still take 3-0.
Nobody's seen him play yet.
It's not Joey McIntyre?
Definitely not Joey McIntyre.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so Brant 3-0 start
3-0.
for the Vols. Bo.
Yes, but be wary of Georgia Tech, although they did lose their offensive coordinator and Aaron Philo. Philo's he was handpicked by that offensive coordinator to go over to Florida. So I still think, who is going to be Georgia Tech's quarterback this year?
It's going to be Mendoza's brother.
Okay, yeah. Give me Tennessee.
Okay, hey, no further explanations on that, I guess.
I mean,
all right.
I mean,
Georgia Tech's going to control that line of scrimmage this year. I'm going to tell you. I mean, they did so well in the portal. I mean, Georgia Tech's going to be scary. I just think that it's a Georgia Tech team who's not very familiar with each other in the first couple weeks of the season playing a Tennessee team who's very familiar with each other.
Yeah, a lot of Tennessee's offense is still intact. I mean, they're losing Brazel. I don't worry about the offense with Josh Heupel, not a bit. Not a bit. He's proven since he's been there, the offense is not going to be the issue.
Completely agree.
It's the defense. But now they have Jim Knowles. I'm not even worried about their defense. And I said this on a previous show. Their defense is going to be at least 7 points a game better, at least.
All right. So now we go to game 4. I'm going to say that's a win for Texas because a Manning doesn't lose in Neyland Stadium. Bo, what you got on that one?
Yeah, that's going to be a spicy good one right there, man. Yeah,
winner. Hold on. Winner gets to keep UT.
Oh, nice. Give me the Horns because when it comes down to it, I just think they have a little bit more firepower. And I like their orange a whole lot better than Tennessee's. So give me Texas.
Okay, hold on. Let's take a bit of a break here. The orange for Texas is that orange you can sit with. It's not that throw up orange. It's not it's not that orange in the inside of a pumpkin, and I don't like pumpkins. Brant, what you got?
I think the Vols take it. They're at home. They're in Neyland. It's going to be a night game, and I can already see it. Tennessee running out in their blacked out neon orange and black uniforms, and I think it might just be. I think Arch might get caught in the lights because you already know it's going to happen. As soon as Texas finishes their game the Saturday night, the week before that, you're going to see it on ESPN on Sunday morning. Arch goes back to Neyland, and all this mumbo jumbo, all the rat poison starts coming in, and I think the Vols take it. And by the way, whoever watching this, I think Tennessee orange is a lot better than burnt orange. Okay, I'm not a burnt orange guy.
What a suck up! Hey, so you're telling me Tennessee's going to go with a special uniform that night?
I'm blacked out. I'm telling you,
either that or the smoke gray. Hey, their smoke gray actually isn't that bad.
Bo, what did Gene Stalin say about that?
What's that?
When you got them thinking about what type of uniform they're going to wear, you already got them beat.
You already got them beat.
Yep. So I'm going with the Longhorns on that game. All right. They stay home. They got Auburn at home. I think that's a win for Tennessee. Brant?
I agree.
All right. They go to Hogland.
Win.
Okay. Well,
the last time they went there, they lost. But different quarterback, different set of circumstances. They got that distraction out of the building. So give me the Vols.
All right. Now you've got the third Saturday in October. This one is for an Alabama win. The offensive line is going to have to be light years better than what it was this year. If Alabama figures out the offensive line issue, Alabama can go in there and win. But until I see
We got to see it.
concrete evidence that this offensive line is fixed, that's just one game that I hate to say it. I can't necessarily pick them in that. Bo.
Well, I have full confidence. Alabama devoted the majority of the portal to rebuilding both lines of scrimmage. They brought in 7 tight ends. They got backs. Alabama's making a commitment to fix the offensive line issues, bringing in a new offensive line coach with NFL experience. I have no doubt they're going to be solid this year, but at best that's 50-50 because you know how this game goes. It's always a war. We hate each other. But for me, it's a respectful hate because I do have a lot of respect for the tradition of Tennessee football, and the games that these two teams have played over the years. I went and saw them play in person the first year they played in Tuscaloosa. You had Sean Alexander against Jamal Lewis. Those were the two marquee headliners, and
that was a 21-7 Vols win.
It was either 21-7 or 21-14, but my boy Marvin Constant for Alabama had like 24 tackles in that game, 22 or 24. He was amazing, but always a hard-fought game. Give it 50-50.
I've been to 2 third Saturday in Octobers, and that was I forgot who was the coach that lasted 5 years, about 10 years ago. I can't even think of his name right now. He was 5 years at Tennessee.
Dooley? Was it Derek Dooley?
No, he came after Dooley.
Are you talking about they hit the Hail Married it and he was beating the ground?
Yes.
Oh, what's his name? Butch Jones.
Butch Jones.
Yeah.
I saw his first game in Tuscaloosa and his last game in his 5th season, and I don't think they scored more than 10 points either game. So I've been fortunate in my 2. They were both blowouts.
Yeah, well, I'm 0-1, so I'm never going back.
Well, good. You shouldn't. All right, Brant, what you got?
First of all, give me the Tide. I think the Tide rolls in Nayland. I don't think we lose there again. I think we've lost both times, last 2 times we've been there.
Yeah.
But this is where that inexperience of playing in big time games will come to haunt you as a quarterback. And for a guy that hasn't taken a snap, I mean, I'm assuming, Bo, you're saying he hasn't taken a snap, like he didn't transfer in.
He was like 5 out of 6 last year.
So this guy, I mean, never taking a snap. I think that kind of pressure can get to
not
you.
Not in a meaningful situation. No.
So I'll take the Tide, number 1. Number 2, I completely agree with Bo on respecting Tennessee football and Tennessee tradition. Tennessee is a damn good team, as much as we don't want to say it, and they have a great tradition of football at that school. But also, I just don't. I've been to 2 third Saturdays in October. Okay, I mean, I'm excluding the ones I went to when I was obviously at Alabama because I don't think we lost one. But the second one I went to is my first year out of college, and that was when I went up to Knoxville and watched Bryce Young walk into Neyland Stadium, and I watched Jalen Hyatt, I think, catch 9 touchdowns for about 2,000 yards in one game, and I said I will never come back to this place. I was nobody, and you know what the craziest part is? Everybody was talking about Tennessee fans and you know how obnoxious they are. I don't think a single person said a word to me. I don't think they had to. I think they just literally saw the depression on my face, and I think they were like, you know what, we're just gonna let this guy be because nobody said a word to me. But I mean,
didn't that snap like a 16-year losing streak?
Yeah, it was
15, 16. Hey, think about this. My daughter is about to be 19. She'll be 19 in May. That was the first time in her lifetime that Tennessee had beaten Alabama.
Wow.
I mean, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
And, you know, and I remember DeMarco Hellams coming off the field because I just stayed in the stadium for a little while. I just kind of wanted to sit there and sulk. And I remember DeMarco Hellams going to the tunnel, man. I mean, he was F this, F that. I mean, he's throwing his helmet around. But I mean, dude, you played. You were out there. I mean, Jalen Hyatt, I think that's one of the most famous college football videos of all time, is him catching that ball, and it's like it goes to slow motion as DeMarco Hellams like watching him score, and he starts like beating the ground, which is probably honestly one of the coolest videos of all time, I will say, as an Alabama fan. But anyway, so yeah, give me the Tide to roll in Nayland. I think inexperience comes back to haunt their quarterback. That's just a big game. It's going to be loud, and hopefully, I mean, hey, we want to talk about inexperience, man. I hope our quarterbacks are ready because, I mean, whoever it is, Austin or Keelan, that's going to be a real, real tough environment to walk into.
Yep. All right. So we'll kind of these next 2 I think should be wins at South Carolina and Kentucky, Bo.
Yeah. Dub.
What?
Kentucky's going to be real scary that late in the season. I don't want to give I'm glad we're playing Kentucky early. I don't want to give that coach any time to figure it out. Okay.
It's in Neyland.
Look, that's fine. I'm not saying they're going to lose. I'm just saying I'm not going to just sit here and say Kentucky's outright going to get blown out. I think giving
Tennessee,
that coach a little time is dangerous.
21 guaranteed.
Oh, I don't know, man. That's I mean, I'll say Tennessee wins. Don't get me wrong. It's, Kentucky ain't getting blown out. I
will say this: Kentucky finished 9th in the portal. They had a good infusion of talent. Seems like they got a quarterback that can spin it a little bit. But again, like Brant's talking about, very unproven. So,
yep. All right. So they go now. This next game, this is going to be. I think this will be one of the better game, one of the more underrated games. Tennessee at Texas A&M.
Oh, that's going to be a good one. That's
gonna be a good one. I think that may be one of the best games in the conference that nobody may even talk about. This is that has a chance to be a really good game.
That's going to be a good one.
Yes. Bo, what do you got on this one?
Give me the Ags.
Ooh.
Give me the Ags in that one. Because, I mean, especially one of the first things I always look at when I look at a matchup, who are my two quarterbacks? We got Marcel Reed. Yeah, he's struggled a little bit down the stretch, but he's also got now he's also
down the stretch. That game's down the stretch.
Yeah, but he's also now got 16, 17 starts under his belt. Okay. He's got playoff experience. He's going to be older. He's going to be more mature. Give me Texas A&M.
He does have playoff experience, but it ain't good playoff experience.
Well, I mean, good grief. Crawl before you walk.
Hey, I'm trying, Tennessee fans. All right, Feinbaum, what you got on this one?
The name's Feinbaum for a reason. Give me the balls. Okay.
Feinbaum Bayless hyphenated.
Look, it's Feinbaum for a reason. Girls. Give me the balls in College Station. Okay. Which would be I just want to point out, that would be an insanely massive win if they walked into College Station and came out with a W. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know who else they have kind of after that, but that's a crazy win to walk in College Station because that game's going to be at night. That's going to be a crazy win to walk out with. But give me the balls. I'll take the balls.
All right, and just for the if we have any A&M fans, I have an uncle that graduated from A&M, so don't roast me too bad. All right, come home and play LSU. That could be a really good one too.
Oof.
And LSU in Neyland. Oh my God. Dude, Tennessee's got a good ass schedule.
Well, go ahead. You started talking.
Man, LSU going to Neyland, I'd be real interested to watch. I'll take the Tigers. I'll take the Tigers and Neyland. I think LSU is going to be really developed, and I think they got not only a good portal, but I think Lane Kiffin's going to have that offense slinging by that week. So I'll take the Tigers and Neyland.
Bo?
Give me the fighting Kiffins, and one of the great things about all this stuff with Kiffin is Daniel Tosh again is doing all his Lane Kiffin skits. If you haven't seen them, boys and girls, please do yourself a favor and tune in. It is amazing. It is absolute comedic gold. Give me the Tigers in that one, and then they'll finish the season with a little revenge at Vanderbilt. And I think this team could go 10-2.
Oh yeah, I think at worst.
Now, my biggest question, quarterback. Although my biggest question is quarterback, I trust Josh Heupel to have it figured out.
Yeah, so, I mean, we'll see. Yeah. Heupel's a damn good offensive coach.
Heupel's a very good. He's a very underrated offensive coach.
Yeah, it's crazy. He came.
And I love what they do when they get their two receivers. They stack them wide, and then they run right at you. They spread you out. They make you declare, and then they run right at you. I mean, they're tough to defend because they use the full width and length of the field. They take a lot of shots. They run for power right downhill. It's a really tough offense to defend.
Yeah, it's crazy that little boy from King of the Hill grew up to be a great offensive line coach or a great offensive mind coach. Yeah, that's crazy. All right, on to Mizzou. They start off with a win over Arkansas Pine Bluff.
I don't know. Pine Bluff did well in the portal, boys.
Yeah, they're number 63.
Dub. Big dub.
Okay, second game. This is one of these underrated games that I don't think they've played. They kind of had to take that game away because Mizzou came to the SEC. but they get Kansas game 2, the border war. I think one of the more underrated rivalries in college football. They go to Kansas. I think they win that, Bo.
Dub. Dub.
Okay.
I mean, Jalon Daniels is leaving. I saw him play in the East West Shrine game the other night. Dude could sling it pretty good. Offensive, Lance Leopold's done yeoman work at Kansas. That was the worst Division I program in America when he took it over. And they are respectable. They are a respectable program now. But, I mean, Missouri ought to be able to just turn around and hand the ball off and just run it down the throat and win the game.
All right. Brant?
I'll take Mizzou.
Okay. All right. Game 3, Troy, dub.
Dub.
Bo, I know it's an in-state school, and I'm sure they're probably coached by somebody at Davidson or Phoenix City. Am I right?
I don't know. I don't even know who Troy's coach is now. No, we don't.
Okay.
We don't speak much of Troy because that's battle for the belt, baby. That's the big
Yeah.
rival, man. We don't speak well of Troy around here anymore.
Brant?
Yeah, give me Mizzou.
All right. All right. So we'll go game 4 at Mississippi State. We kind of went over this earlier. That's a game that could, they could make or break.
That game's going to be tough. That they're not just gonna. You don't just walk into Start Vegas and just roll your hat out there and win the game. The cowbells are going to be humming. Mike Leach is going to be watching over the game, and 50-50.
Yeah,
I get at best 50-50. I wouldn't be shocked one bit if Mississippi State wins that game.
All right. Brant, I know we've kind of already talked about this, but
better have a hell of a game plan. You going into Start Vegas. Also, I just want to point out for a Start Vegas point. Saw somebody comment that on one of our TikTok posts. He said, I don't understand why they call it Start Vegas, because there's nothing fun to do there. Yeah, for SEC fans, y'all know why it's called Start Vegas. For people that are outside of the conference, it's not called Start Vegas because it's fun. It's called Start Vegas because it's nothing school, nothing. It's in the middle of nowhere. That's why that's called Start Vegas, not because there's casinos on every corner. It's just because it's right in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and interesting enough, Start Vegas is the cow tipping capital of Mississippi. So that's a fun fact.
Chad, didn't they last year for one of their games at halftime have a salute to gun racks and open beverage containers?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, me either.
I wouldn't be surprised. All right, game 5, the Florida Gators come into town. The old ball coach of Florida Gators. I know he's not coaching there, but I love saying old ball coach. Bo, what you got?
Loss.
Loss.
I think Florida is one of the surprise teams to make the playoffs this year. And I might be jumping the gun on. I might be a little early on Florida, but I really like the head coach hire. I mean, I think they hit a home. You're looking at a guy who was able to get Darian Mensah to come to Tulane. Okay.
Yeah.
And coach him, and of course now he's at Tulane, and I got a little something for you guys on him in a minute. But
okay,
I think Sumrall Sumrall's a total home run for Florida.
All right, Brant, Florida.
I think this is where you're going to find out a lot about these two teams, kind of what they want to do for the rest of the year. For a second there, I thought Bo was going to break out the now here's a guy. I thought he was about to start breaking that out for Summerall, but I think this is I agree. I think Florida wins this game. I think Florida's going to shock a lot of people. Now, making the playoff might be a little stretch for me, but I definitely think Florida is going to be moving in the right direction this year.
All right, let's kind of go through these second half kind of quick. ATM at Ole Miss. I think best case scenario would be 1-1 if they're lucky. Bo?
Loss.
Okay. Feinbaum?
I'll say loss as well. It's just I don't know what I gotta watch Ole Miss play. I don't know. Something about them just really gives me the ick. I don't know what it is, but I gotta watch them play.
All right. At Arkansas, at home against Texas, 1-1. Best case scenario.
Yeah,
Bo?
best case. Yeah, best case. But again, a lot of unknown there with Arkansas. But that could be one of those trap games in between Ole Miss. You have Ole Miss bye, and then Arkansas, then Texas. So, but I'll still give them the win on that one.
All right, Brant, 1-1.
Yep, 1-1.
All right. So then we go to at Georgia,
Loss.
Kentucky, and OU.
Kentucky at home. Kentucky at home is a win.
Yeah. Then they got OU at home.
Loss.
I mean, that could be. Yeah. I mean, I'm leaning toward a loss. Brant. I mean, at Georgia's a loss. You don't have to. You don't have to think about that.
Contemplating that one.
All right. I didn't know if you were stumped on that.
I don't know
one
what it is about Kentucky that late in the season. They scare me. I'm glad we're playing them early. Look, hey, this is early predictions for a reason. Okay, I have an outing in case Kentucky's still garbage. Okay, but I'm just saying that late in the season with that coach, Kentucky's offense might be a little scary. But I'll say they beat Kentucky, and you said they finished with Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Man, I'll say Oklahoma beats them, but I still have a massive question mark on John Mateer. I think him coming off that hand surgery still really hurt him in his kind of down the stretch games with Oklahoma last year. And he came back. He has a lot of time to heal. He has a lot of time to kind of experience the offense a little more. So he might be 20 times better. But there's also a chance that that's just John Mateer and the SEC. I mean, we just don't know. I mean, coming from the Pac-2 to the SEC is always going to be a challenge, but I think he's been here for a year now, so I'll take OU in that game. But I definitely think that'll be a close one.
Well, I think in like what you're saying, Brant, about Oklahoma, I think their offensive line is going to be much better. I think they started 2 freshmen on their offensive line last year, so their offensive line is going to be better. He should be healed and ready to go. Go watch that game he had against Michigan. I mean, he just totally played with Michigan. He was awesome in that game. And then I think it was either the next game or the game after that is when he breaks his hand. Then he came back entirely too soon. I mean, he was probably 70, and it was his throwing hand. It wasn't his offhand. You break a bone in your throwing hand like that, I don't care how good of a healer you are or what procedure you have, it's still going to bother you. It's just the nature of it.
All right, Brant, do you think Kentucky's going to make the playoffs?
No, I don't think they're going to make the playoffs.
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know if your Skittles, you had got a bad batch of Skittles or something.
Look, man, yeah, it's all fun and games until Kentucky's 11-1. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, if Kentucky goes 11-1, the show is yours because you know more than everybody else for sure. If you get that correct,
you get that right.
Impressive.
Somebody write that down.
Yes.
You're either lucky as a shithouse mouse, or you're privy to information none of us have.
Yeah, no kidding. All right. So of the two, which schedule do you like the most, Bo?
Who are we talking about again? I already deleted them.
Oh my God. We got one job here on the 4th and 31 podcast. Tennessee and Missouri. The last 2 teams we've been talking about.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely take Missouri's.
All right. Feinbaum, have you deleted yours too, or do I just need to go to his segment?
No, I know, I'm good. I think in the course of trying to win the games, I mean, I feel like you got to go. Missouri, but I think in the case of wanting to watch the games, I'd go Tennessee because they got some damn good games on their schedule.
All right, so that concludes our way too early comparison, contrast, and trying to pick them. And we'll come back to these, closer to, when the season starts to see how, good we are. All right, we're going to kick it over to Bo. Bo has not requested. What's the word I'm thinking? Demanded. Yes. Demanded this segment. So Bo, the floor is yours.
Yeah. From my lips to God's ears right here. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little exercise. Okay. Cause we clearly know that the best teams and the best talent overall resides in the Southeastern Conference in the Big Ten. So I saw Brant, just for you.
Saved it there at the end.
I made sure I threw in the Big Ten just for you, Brant.
Just want to make sure.
So I saw a list the other day, the top 20 quarterbacks going into the 2026 season. And again, this is way too early because we don't know who's going to crap the bed or who's not going to be as good or who's going to be better. And there's some names on the list that could be there by season's end. But anyway, 13 of the 20 top quarterbacks going into this season are in the SEC and the Big Ten. So we're going to play a game, and we're going to try to guess the quarterbacks in the top 20 who are not in that top 13, who are the 7 quarterbacks outside of the SEC and Big Ten that made that list. If you can't remember the name, the school will be fine. Okay.
Okay.
So whenever you guys are ready, Bolick, I'll let you go first.
Okay, so I'm going to out myself because I've got the top from last year.
Oh, see,
Because
you're cheating already.
Yeah, I am. I'm sorry because I don't know that. Let me just pick a name. That Josh Hoover was the quarterback at Texas Christian. Is he one of them?
Well, he's in
Indiana now.
He's going to Indiana.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, there you go.
he's not on the list.
All right. I feel like this is a make the Chad look like an idiot segment. So
No, it's definitely not. It was just something that caught my eye. I mean, think about in terms of the portal and who's doing well in the portal that are
Do you
not
want me
in
to
those
guess? Or
two
you want me to wait for
conferences.
Chad to get done?
Huh?
Do you want me to guess? Or you want me to wait for Chad?
You can go ahead and find bomb since he already bombed on his.
Graham Morton.
Who?
Graham Morton, Texas Tech.
No.
I'll go North Texas.
He's from North Texas. Point for Chad. Drew Mestamaker from North Texas to Oklahoma State, a guy who was not even a quarterback in high school, no stars, not recruited, and he is going to absolutely light the Big 12 up next year.
The kid from BYU?
No, he is not on the list.
Dang, really?
All right. Hey, I've got one. I hope
Tom
he's not
Glavin's not on the list.
Oh, damn.
Because he wears number 47. This is a joke.
Okay. All right. I've got this guy. He's from Delaware.
Delaware. Nope. Although that dude is pretty good.
Okay. Yeah.
He ain't bad.
So it's not. They're not Big Ten or SEC.
They're not Big Ten or SEC. They're all big. I'll tell you guys this. They're all in Power 5 conferences. The two other or Power 4. They're in the two other Power 4 conferences.
Okay, Georgia Tech.
No.
Dang, Mendoza's not on there. I really thought they'd hype him up.
Kevin Jennings.
That's a
coming
good
back
pick.
for his 85th year for the Ponies.
85th.
I think he was in the original recruiting class that got the death penalty at SMU.
Yeah, he could have been.
He's coming back with a vengeance.
What about Louisville
so far?
All right.
What about Louisville?
No, Louisville's not on the list.
God, dude, I'm 0 for 4.
Although, I mean, Braum does really. It doesn't really matter what quarterback he gets. He figures out a way to make the most of it. He's a very good quarterback coach too.
I got one right here.
Go for it.
Jaron Kiwi Santa Maria.
Jaron Kewe Sagapulitele from the Cal Golden Bears, who are in the ACC.
Yeah,
got one, Bolick.
Man,
yeah,
I am terrible.
That's 3 out of the 7.
All right, NC State.
NC State, CJ Bailey, all 6'7" of them.
God, it's about time.
All right.
3 left. I'll give you a hint.
What about Noah Fafita?
No, not Noah Fafita. He's actually going pro this year. Finally, after 15 years at Arizona, he's going pro.
All right.
Who's Florida State's quarterback this year?
I
mean, he's probably not on there if you don't know.
Oh,
no.
I got him. Wait, he's in the SEC now. Never mind. But he was at South Florida last year.
I'll give you a hint. One of them plays on an independent team.
Oh, it's CJ Carr.
CJ Carr.
Yeah.
And 2 left.
Who's the quarterback from Miami now?
I got it.
Darian Mensah, who, by the way, did not go into the portal, just went from Duke to Miami.
You know, I could have sworn I saw a post the other day that said he re-signed with Duke.
He did. And Duke sued him, and a judge said you can't sue him.
God,
and then,
crazy.
And then on top of that, the best receiver at Duke also went to Miami too, just like that.
Nah,
so
no way.
Wait, never mind. Rutgers is in the Big Ten. All right, let's go.
That's the birthplace of college football. Although I sent you guys a video on how it's the biggest dumpster in the Big Ten. Well, that's what it's turned into. Financially.
Did we? Well, no. Washington's in the Big
Ten. UNLV.
You got one left. It's Power 4.
Chandler Morris.
I'll give you a hint. They were in the playoff this past year.
To Texas Tech?
Texas Tech.
Oh, I thought that's why I said Graham Morton for. I thought he still played for him.
Baron Morton. Baron Morton.
Baron Morton. Nah, I said Graham.
He's another one. He was there 14 years, but Brendan Sorsby's transferring from Cincinnati to Texas Tech. Hey, that's not that bad. Just going off the cuff, guys. Appreciate you guys paying attention there, keeping up a little college football action.
Yeah. All right.
That's
All right.
good. So there's your 7 of your top 20 quarterbacks. In case you were wondering, the rest of the list, the Big Ten and all the SEC players, they are Dante Moore, number 1, Arch Manning, Julian Sayin, Gunnar Stockton, Sam Levitt, Jaden Maivia, Damon Williams, Marcel Reed, Josh Hoover, who we talked about before, Lenoris Sellers, Byron Brown, transferred to Auburn.
Yep.
Then you got John Mateer, Bryce Underwood. So those 13 plus the 7 we just talked about, those are your projected top 20 quarterbacks going into next season. And so if you have one of those guys on your right, if that is one of the quarterbacks on your favorite team, you're probably in almost every game you play be on that better end of the quarterback spectrum, which is where you want to be. So
all right. That was pretty fun segment.
Yeah.
All right.
And one last thing on the gambling aspect. So I just took a look at some early numbers on the national championship. And a couple of bets that I already got down on. Just a little food for thought here. I took Texas at 7.5 to 1, LSU at 12 to 1, A&M at 16 to 1, Bama at 18 to 1, Miami at 20 to 1. I think with Mensa and that almost all that offensive line coming back, I think at 20 to 1, I think that is almost a steal. Miami at 20 to 1. Brant, for you, Tennessee Volunteers at 55 to 1. They were my biggest long shot so far. Now, that's not all I'm going to take. There's others I'm going to get in on. I'm also going to take Notre Dame. I just hadn't done it yet because they're guaranteed to make the playoff. And when you get in, I mean, it's just about playing well in the playoff. You don't have to win it. I mean, you don't have to be the best team. All you got to do is play the best while you're in the playoffs, just like the NFL playoffs. Okay. Also some Heisman Trophy odds. I got down on a few on Heisman trophies. These are small. These are just $10 bets. Arch Manning at 8 to 1. Sam Levitt 13 to 1. Darian Mitza 16.5 to 1. That might be your. I'm telling you, Mensa at Miami with that offensive line, that could be lethal. Jaden Maivia, I really like him. I can't stand Lincoln Riley. I think he's awful. Maivia's good though. 20 to 1. And then I took 3 long shots. Okay, 3 long shots. Keelan Russell, 50 to 1. I know he's not even been announced a starter. I'm telling you, I believe he will start. 50 to 1 with that kind of talent. I'll put $10 on it. Also, Aaron Philo, 60 to 1 quarterback for the Florida Gators. And then my biggest one, who may simply have the best numbers but not be on a winning enough team, but it may be one of those days like Andre Ware, David Klingler playing at Houston, running the Mouse Davis run and shoot.
TJ Finley?
Nestamaker.
Okay.
It's 75 to 1. He is going to put up gaudy numbers playing in that conference with that head coach. And they've had a good infusion of talent there at Oklahoma State. But just have some fun with that. Tell me how bad they are. Tell me which one you like the best. Tell me which one you think is the worst pick that I had. But I always do that anytime that I'm taking futures. I always take 1 or 2 long shots, because how many of you had Fernando Mendoza winning the Heisman Trophy this year? And that's my point. You try to find somebody that's experienced in the right system with the right coach and make it all work. So we'll talk more about we'll get more into the odds, the championships, championship odds and all that stuff as we go. But just some stuff I wanted to go ahead and get down on now because the numbers were too good to pass on. Just knowing what I think these teams will do. So again, pizza money, be responsible. We want the kids to go to college.
All right, good stuff. Good stuff. All right, guys. Feinbaum, I'll let you go first. Do you have? I can't stand it. Anything you want to get off your chest?
I do not. I don't really have one prepped. Just two quick things. Number one, Chad, to your point, I think you're disqualified from the Heisman once you start paying Social Security, like TJ Finley. Number two, Bo, what is Josh Hoover's Heisman odds?
It'll take me just a second, but I'll find it.
I mean, if we've been paying any attention to Kurt Signetti, I'd bang that whatever it is. It's just a pizza money bet, but that's all I got.
Oh, hey, hang on. I hit the wrong button. Dadgummit.
Technical difficulties here.
Yeah,
on the
you know
show.
it, man. Technology's great when it works. Let's see. Heisman Trophy. Josh Hoover, 12-1.
Not bad.
I might have to bang that.
Might.
All right.
I mean, there's some others here. I mean, Julian saying about 11.5-1. CJ Carr right now is the clubhouse leader to win the Heisman Trophy. 7.5-1. So you know he's not winning it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like every time whoever's number one and whoever's picked the Heisman, they don't finish number one and they don't win the Heisman in the preseason, and that's why I have I place no value whatsoever in the AP, none at all. It's like I don't even look at it.
Yeah, AP needs to go the way of the dinosaur.
Absolutely, John Mateer. John Mateer, 25-1. Bryce Underwood, 33-1. Lenore Sellers, 33-1. The first non-quarterback. Who is the first non-quarterback listed with the best odds to win the national championship or to win the Heisman Trophy? I'm throwing this at you. It's coming fast and furious. You get one guess.
I'll say Malachi Tony.
Ding, ding, ding. You win absolutely nothing, Brant. But you got that 100% correct. He's 33-1 to win the Heisman Trophy. Yeah, the problem with non-quarterbacks is they don't get to touch it enough. And unfortunately, that award is they need to change it from the Heisman Trophy to the nation's top quarterback. Even though they have was it the Maxwell Award?
You got the Davey O'Brien
or is it Johnny Unitas Award? I can't
remember.
I
mean, they got a few for the quarterback.
Yeah, they've got multiples for the quarterback, but the Heisman Trophy winner has just turned simply into the best quarterback. Even though, I mean, you take a look. Yeah, we're Bama homers here. I mean, the season that Derek Thomas had, where he had 26.5 sacks or 28.5 sacks. If a defensive player is not going to win the Heisman with those numbers, I don't know that a defensive player will ever win one.
Yeah,
like a pure defensive player. I'm not talking about Charles Woodson. They threw him on the offense just enough to pump that Heisman stuff. That's all that was.
Yep. All right, Bo, you got anything? Any I can't stand it.
Anything that I can't stand? Well, it's hard to have a whole lot that I can't stand, seeing as how it's kind of dead right now. The portal's closed. I mean, people are still being signed, but I'm not real grumpy today. So there's nothing I really can't stand. But just stay tuned. Just stay tuned because the action will be coming fast and furious. No, I'll tell you what I can't stand. I just thought of something.
Oh,
it's gonna be so cold this weekend that I'm not gonna stand my behind out at the Senior Bowl to watch that game. No chance.
Nope.
No,
especially when the general admission prices have doubled from last year, and it's going to be about a high of 33 down here. No, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll sit at home and
again,
in front of the heater.
That's what happens. The more commercialized these games get, the less fan friendly they get, and the more expensive they become. So
yeah, there's not enough races.
It was great when it was the Dell Champs Senior Bowl, and you could go stand on the sideline at practice. I mean, that was phenomenal. Those were the days.
All right. My final thought: there's not enough Reese's peanut butter cups at that stadium. It's going to get me to go there Saturday for that game. All right, boys. Well, that'll do it for this edition of the 4th and 31 Dig It podcast. For Coach Bo, for Feinbaum, I'm the Chad Bullock. We will see you next time.